Welcome to the channel, everyone. BLN437. And before I get on with this video, I'm just going to let you guys know that I have links that are going to be down in the description below for previous postseason recap videos that I have done. So make sure to check those out, and let's get into it. So I'm going to be reviewing the American League Championship Series Game 7 between the Yankees and the Houston Astros. And I'm just going to start with this noise right here. As a Yankee fan, it hurts. But before I get on with that, congratulations to the Houston Astros on making it to their second World Series in franchise history. I mean, just wonderful, wonderful team. They played a great game. They had a great series. And when you think of the talent that's come out of the Houston Astros organization, and I know that some of them aren't ones that just were up, they weren't homemade, but most of them are that I'm going to mention. Mike Scott was not homemade, but neither was Nolan Ryan, even though he had a great career with the Astros. BGO and Bagwell were, even though they were traded, but they came up through the farm system of the Astros. You got to give those guys credit. They've had some solid teams over the years, and you have to give this team credit. I mean, this team played a great series, man. They played great at home. They played great in this series. Other than, like I said, the 3 games in New York where the offense went cold, they played a great game. They did. They had a great game today. They had a great game in Game 6. And at the end of the day, they earned it. And as their hashtag says on Twitter, earn history, they earned it. They really did, and they played well. And for people that don't think that this team has a shot to beat the Dodgers, I'm telling you guys right now, there's plenty of reasons why this team can beat the Dodgers. And I'm not going to get into it now because I'm going to be saving it for my World Series prediction video. But this team is dangerous. And not to say that they're going to beat the Dodgers or I think they could beat the Dodgers, but this team is dangerous. I'm going to let you guys know who I pick in my prediction video. But they are dangerous. They are. And as for a Yankee fan, if you're a Yankee fan right now, I know your pain. I do. I mean, right now, I'm in pain. I'm hurt. I don't feel well right now. I feel sad for those guys in that clubhouse. And the reason why is because you know how close they knew they were to making it. And to just etching, one more step into a great season that the Yankees have had. And you're sad, you're just sad. But at the end of the day, you look at what this team has done. And you look at kind of how everything was leading up into this series. The Yankees could not win a road game. Throughout the whole entire playoffs, they only won one road game, and that was the road game in Cleveland. You can't go into a postseason and just win one road game. It's just not possible. You can't. They're going to have to learn how to get better on the road. I know that the young guys like their home field. They love being cheered. They love having all of that stuff around them. But I just think that this was an atmosphere, not really for Judge and not really for Sanchez, because I felt like they had some good moments in this series in Houston, even though Sanchez did have trouble catching the ball here again tonight. It showed. But I felt those two were okay with the moment. I felt everybody else just wasn't. And that's not to say CC wasn't or anybody or some of the other vets weren't, because they've been in the postseason before. But some of the other young guys that I look at in this team, I think weren't ready for the moment. A Hicks, who really hasn't been in the postseason. A Warren, a Canely. Some of those guys didn't seem like they were ready for it. It just seemed like it got to them a bit. And there's no excuse at the end of the day. The Yankees lost. The Yankees had a chance to close this series out twice. I told people that the series was not over just because the Yankees were going back to Houston up 3-2. And the reason why I said that was not because I'm not a fan or I'm not a true fan and I'm not, this and this and that. It's because I've seen teams come back from a 3-0 deficit. I've seen the Arizona Diamondbacks come back from 3-2. And over my years in baseball, I've learned to not doubt teams and not to doubt, players and just people in general. You just can't doubt it. Baseball's a funny game. It doesn't work the way that a basketball season works. You know that the Cavaliers and the Warriors are going to be there at the end of the season, but you don't know who's going to be at the end of the World Series. If you ask me, do people think that the Astros were going to make it? No, because we all thought the Indians were with their hot streak as well. So at the end of the day, like I said, if you're a Yankee fan, you look at the positives. You got to look at the positives. Severino has gotten postseason experience. It got the best of him yesterday, and it got the best of him in that wild card game. But he has some postseasons, under his belt now. Now he knows what it takes to become in that big moment. I think if he learns how to throw a breaking ball, that's huge. Judge gets postseason experience. And some people say that this might be a year that he can never duplicate again. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's going to hit 50 homers every year. but I think he can hit 40. I realistically think that with his swing and being at Yankee Stadium, he'll be able to hit 40 every year and drive in 100. And I hope bats 280. I don't need him batting 270. I need him batting 280, 290. As for Sanchez, he's proven for 2 years straight that he's probably the best catcher in the American League offensively. Not defensively, offensively. If he learns how to play some defense, he can be the best catcher in baseball. To be honest with you, he can be better than Posey. And he's younger. So that's going to take some time. He's going to have to learn how to throw, how to do some stuff. You look at Bird. If Bird has a full season under his belt, we don't know what type of first baseman Greg Bird can be. He can be a great first baseman, but we have to see if he can stay healthy. Being health is the main important thing for him. You look at the rotation. The rotation needs some work. Like I said, Sevy's fine. Sevy's going to be there. Tanaka, we don't know what's going on with Tanaka. Whether he's going to need Tommy John surgery or not is always going to be the focal point, I think, for him and the Yankees going throughout that contract if he doesn't opt out at the end of this year when the season is over. You look at CC. I bring him back, but I can't have CC pitch big games like this. I need another pitcher, and Sonny Gray is that. Sonny Gray is an interesting thing, an interesting topic for me. Sonny Gray is one of those pitchers that, for me personally, I believe he does. He is that key. If the Yankees can get Sonny Gray and Tanaka can pitch the way that Tanaka pitch and Severino can pitch the way that Severino pitch, if the Yankees can get just one more decent starter out of that rotation, then that's fine. But Sonny Gray has to show up. Sonny Gray had a tough time here in New York. And granted, the Yankees didn't give him much run support, and they didn't give him run support in the postseason either. But Sonny Gray's got to be better. He's got to be the Sonny Gray that we've seen in Oakland. And he wasn't that when he came to New York. And I don't know what it is. I hope that he learns to find it. But we'll see. We will see. And as for everybody else in this team, I mean, yeah, the Yankees got some holes that they need to fix. We'll see what they do with the offseason. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the game. And really what ended up costing the Yankees the game was you can just see CC didn't have his best stuff tonight. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say. He just didn't have his best stuff. He couldn't get his breaking pitches to hit the corner or the corners as he usually does. You can just see that he was forced into counts where he had to throw a fastball that he doesn't have anymore, obviously. And Houston was just too much for him. They were just way too much for him in this game, and that's not a bad thing. It's credit to Houston. Houston knows how to play, man. Houston knows how to hit. And that's just something that the Yankees are gonna have to learn how to do, hit in big moments as well. But you gotta look at McCann. McCann did a great job driving in runs tonight. You gotta look at Altuve. Altuve did a good job of driving in runs. Gaddis hit that home run. So everybody did what they had to do in this offense, and the Yankees just couldn't contain the key guys. They just couldn't, and they made them pay. They made them pay at the end of the day. I mean, that's really it. They made the Yankees pay. They got the big hits. They got the home run ball from Altuve. They got the home run from Gaddis, and then McCann pretty much closed the game out, and that was it. That was pretty much it. You got to look at Charlie Morton, though, and I'm going to sit here and talk about this. Charlie Morton was great. Charlie Morton was for what they needed, he was great. And another thing about the Yankee offense here, the Yankee offense saw 25 to 28 straight curveballs towards the end of the game with McCullers. Could not hit it. Couldn't hit it. So that's another thing that Yankee team's going to have to learn how to do. They're going to have to learn how to hit breaking pitches, because I don't know how somebody throws 25 to 28 curveballs and you don't start to at least see a pattern here and be like, listen, dude, like, we need to start hitting this curveball. We need to find a way to hit his curveball, because his curveball, honestly, was just... It was there, and you saw it. You just saw him snap it and snap it. And I'm talking about McCullers here after he came in for Morton. Just snapping it and snapping it and snapping it. I mean, my God. My God. Did the Yankees just look awful against the curveball. Even when Verlander was pitching, just look at Frazier's at-bat when Verlander threw his curveball. This team, they hit fastballs, but they're going to have to learn how to hit the breaking pitch too. And that's what the Astros were able to do. And they were able to avoid using that pen, which was another big key. They avoided using the pen. They got a good amount of innings from Morton, and the people that they did bring into the pen were just starters pretty much, because they have no pen. So, like I said, man, you just got to give credit to them. They made great defensive plays. Altuve made that great play on Headley as well. Even though I thought Headley was safe in that play, to me it looked like Marwin Gonzalez's foot was off the bag, and he kind of reapplied it as the play was about to end, and I guess they just got fooled by that. I don't know. I mean, it was one of those weird angles where you really couldn't tell, but you just felt it that it wasn't on the bag, at least for me. And then that was it, man. That's the game that they played, man. They played a hard fought game, and they just weren't letting up offensively, and that was the key. And actually, one more key before I go. There is one more that I was thinking about in my head now. That play in the 5th inning where the Yankees couldn't score after Greg Bird hit the double. Once they couldn't score on that play, and Bird wasn't able to get to home plate in time, I felt personally that, and I'm not going to say that wasn't a play where you shouldn't have sent Bird. Bird should have been going completely. You got to force the play there at that point, especially when you're down, or when you're not really down, but you're just you're looking to get something going, and they didn't. When they were down 1-0, but I don't really look at that as a big deal. And they made a great play on Bird, and the Yankees just couldn't score, and that's a problem. You can't have a moment where you strike out, then you pretty much hit into a ground ball on which the third baseman makes the play, and you pretty much have Bird trying to come home on ankle surgery to score home, and then that's it for your inning. You do nothing else. You can't have that if you're a Yankee fan, and if you're a Yankee, and if you're any team. Got to get the big moments, got to get the big hits, and just didn't. So those were some of the key moments, man. The key moments was that CeCe just didn't have his game on. Then once Gaddis kind of hit the home run, you kind of felt that Astros offense woke up a bit, because Altuve then in the 5th hit a home run. Then McCann got that big base hit, and it was pretty much over. You can just tell the Yankees didn't have it offensively anymore, and it just seemed like the life was taken out of that team. So, like I said, for Yankee fans and for everybody, it hurts. For Astro fans, you're enjoying the World Series. You're going to be facing the Dodgers. You're going to be going to LA on Tuesday night. And I'm ready to watch those games. I really wanted a Yankee Dodger World Series since I've never seen one. I guess that's just gonna have to wait until however long. Maybe I'll see it in my life. Maybe I won't. And just like I said, get ready for some good baseball. If you're interested in baseball, you're gonna love this World Series. I think it's evenly matched. I really do. Not bullpen wise, but in other ways I do. And I can't wait to talk about it in my next video. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Leave a like down below if you like this video. Comment as well. Let me know what you guys thought about today's game. And if you're a Yankee fan, you can comment down below and let me know how you guys feel about that. If you're not a Yankee fan and you're an Astro fan or a Dodgers fan, are you guys excited about this World Series? Where do you guys think your team will be at the end of the World Series? Will they be winning? Will they be losing? Obviously, if you're a Dodger or an Astro fan, you don't believe that you're going to be losing. But if you do win, how many games? 6, 7? And for people who are just interested in the World Series, let me know what your World Series predictions are. Astros in 6, Dodgers in 6, or whatever it is that you guys have. And share this video with all of your friends. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a World Series prediction video. Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. That will be out sometime Monday. Later, guys.